Happy Wednesday night, everybody. We are covering The Amazing Race for the first time. We got to roast it. We got to recap it. Episode 2 just premiered. So grab a beverage. Hopefully you're wearing something very comfy. Smash that like and let's get started.
If you like what you see, come and get it with me. I know you deserve all you want, 'cause your heart's made of gold. But don't wait till you're old. If you want it, I get you some.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Stand-up comedian and Big Brother superfan, sometimes hater, and now Amazing Race watcher, Joleen Lunzer here for the Amazing Race recap and roast. As you guys know, or if you don't know, I've never watched The Amazing Race. I've never been able to get into The Amazing Race before, but this season it is all Big Brother players. So I'm really trying to watch it, enjoy it. And we are on episode 2. So we're starting at episode 2 because episode 1, it was just too crazy. We had the Big Brother finale and all kinds of things happening at that time. So I watched episode 1 and we saw Enzo and his brother leaving first, which is no surprise because, I guess it's kind of a surprise because in Big Brother, Enzo usually makes it pretty far. But just, what did he say? He makes it to finale, but he can just never win. But this didn't seem like it was going to be the kind of game for Enzo. So I wasn't surprised when he left, and that happened last week. So tonight, we had our remaining 12 teams, I believe, were back. And they were racing. Now, forgive me as I am just learning this game. Literally, I know everything I need to know about all of the Big Brother players who are playing. I literally could tell you facts on all of them. However, when it comes to The Amazing Race, all the lingo, all the things you need to know, I don't really know. So we're going to get through this, you guys. If you are Amazing Race fans, you're going to have to probably correct me and be like, that's a detour. That's a whatever. So far, I know that this show stresses me out because you have to meet deadlines and read maps and in like verbal instructions. And as a neurodivergent person, I'm just like, I'm stressed. I have time blindness. I don't know what's going on. And a lot of these, just for myself, a lot of these challenges would be too difficult for me. So let's get right into it. And you guys can, help me along the way. And the goal is to make me an Amazing Race fan. So far, it's not working. And I'll be honest with you, Angela and Lexi, her daughter, are, I want to say evicted, but kicked off the race. They were came in 12th, and so they're already gone. And I'm just like, what? Hey, be nice. Hey, doggy woggies, come on, sit. Everyone calm down. Even the dogs are like, I don't know, Mom. I don't know. But we're trying. We're doing it. We're getting there. Thank you, Steven. Thank you for loving the checkered. Okay, so we got to talk about it. Shout out to Reality TV Fan and the Amazing Race Hub on Instagram for allowing me to I just took their little chart that they made of all the players here. Okay, so here I'm, the things that will stick out to me in this show will probably be different than most of the people that cover this show because they probably know more about it. And I am more into the teams and their dynamics. Who thought we would see Taylor and Kylan kissing so much? They were, yeah, babe, babe. They were like still a couple. And I remember that was the rumor for quite a while. On the BB streets that Kylan and Taylor were hooking up or were together, but no one was really talking about it. It was just kind of like a whispered thing. And now we see, they were together. Okay, babe, you too, babe, babe. So lots of kissing there. And I think, so as far as couples go, you have Kylan and Taylor, who allegedly are not together. You have Izzy and Paige, and Izzy, you know, from Cerise season, that's what I call it. And so BB25 and her fiance Paige, and then we have Megan and Matt. Why are we calling Turner Matt? I know that's his name, but why did we change it? Why can't he be Turner? Is this because there's a Tucker? And if you have a Tucker, you can't have a Turner? When they're like Matt, I'm like, who the fuck is Matt? Who is Matt? Smash that like, you guys, hit that subscribe. And if you want to support the channel further, you can always send a super chat or join my YouTube membership or Patreon or hit me up on the Venmo, PayPal, Cash App, just to let you know. Oh, and then we have Kat and Alex. Okay, Kat Dunn from BB21. We never thought we'd see another person come out of BB21, but Kat is acceptable. Kat Dunn is acceptable. Kat, Jess, Kemi, there's a few people that are acceptable to see again from that monstrosity of a season. Okay. Rubina and Tucker are not together. So they're playing. Rubina and her sister are so cute. They are so cute. Her sister Christine used to come in the lives last season. And those of you who were with me will probably remember that. Christine came in and she's so sweet. And I follow her on Instagram and she follows me. And they're just adorable, those two. But yeah, they're not together anymore. I think Rubina dumped him too, you know, which everyone was thinking it would go the other way. I don't know why, but they just did. But they're not together. But in this race, you know, they're together, but they're not playing together because Tucker's playing with his brother Eric. And why do all the Tucker brothers look alike and the same? Like pretty close. It looks like military Tucker and non-military Tucker. So regular Tucker, real Tucker is non-military Tucker, and then Eric is just Tucker in the military. That's how I see it, you guys. But yeah, smash the like. So then we have Chada and her sister Simone, the Chada sisters, Hannah Chada, Simone Chada, super cute. Enzo, Gonzo, so we don't have to worry about that. Chelsea and her dad, a firefighter, total badass in this competition of heights, which scared the crap out of me. I don't know if it was a detour or what, but whatever it was, where they had to go and walk the plank over a graveyard to get their next clue. Her dad did it so easily, which makes sense, you know, not afraid of heights because he is a firefighter. Natalie and Stephanie. And Natalie, obviously, what was Natalie? BB17, BB18, BB19? What am I thinking? Natalie's season was it 18, guys, or 17? Why am I? Well, yeah, she would be 18. She was BB18, right? Natalie's. And she keeps having to tell us that her sister is not her girlfriend.
This is inappropriate.
And also doesn't play in the WNBA. Allegedly.
This is inappropriate.
She's tall. She's tall, okay? And she looks a little Caitlin Clark-ish. You know what I mean? She's got a good look to her. I like it. So, yeah, Matt Turner. Why can't we just call him Turner anymore, Marie? It's really confusing me. I don't know, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it, all right? And then, did I miss it? Joseph and Adam, his brother, obviously, and Angela and Lexi being mother-daughter. So, yeah. It would be fun if they let these players live stream while doing Tar. Yeah, I know that there was a live stream I was watching on Taylor's channel. I wonder if they're still live. No, it ended. She was getting ready to go to a West Coast watch party, and now Turner's live, and him and Joseph are live.
Got up there, it was just like
talking about it right now. Apparently, Joseph's dad was really mad after this episode, because when he went skydiving, his dad got mad. So now this episode, his brother Adam did the heights thing, and his dad was like, no, that's not cool. And he's like, Dad, it was for $1 million. And allegedly, or Joseph said that his dad said, I don't care, safety is worth more. So he was very upset that they would. What is going on, TikTok? Quit talking to me. So Joseph was talking about how his dad was like pissed finding out about this episode that there was another heights thing, and it just brought back when Joseph went skydiving and his dad was pissed about it. Thank you, Steven. Begging for Bravo coverage. You're going to get it. Tomorrow we're doing Salt Lake City, and then we're hopping on No Offense, All Offense, where there'll be Bravo stuff. So no worries, Steven. Thank you for the first Super Chat of the live. And yes, we have so many things in Bravo to talk about. But I got some screenshots from tonight's episode as I was watching. I took some screenshots, so let me just grab it here. You guys smash that like if you haven't already. Like I said, this is a whole new world, this Amazing Race. It's so much happens in these episodes. And they go so many places and they do so many challenges. And why are there so many detours? And what is going on? And we start this episode with just a nightmare of trains being delayed and getting on the wrong train. And then they have to like get new train tickets. And then they're late. And then they have to ask people throughout if they can use their phone to navigate, which begs the question, why don't you just give them phones? But then I guess if you give them phones, you make it pretty easy for them to get around. And I never learned to read a map, so this would be such a struggle for me. So difficult. So everyone is freaking out. There's certain racers that have now missed or been delayed on their train. And some people haven't slept for 48 hours. And some people have. Because I guess Turner, a.k.a. Matt, and his wife, they were saying that their train experience was quite nice at first. They were drinking tea. They got 8 hours of sleep. And then all of a sudden, it wasn't so nice anymore. So I don't really... Let me pull up the Angela picture instead. Okay. Back to that. So that part, I wasn't even paying attention. I'll be honest with you. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you guys and pretend I was paying attention to that part because that was too stressful because I've actually missed flights and traveling and I do have time blindness. So I'm like, and then they're all on this, there's a group of them that are on the train going, we might be the last 4 groups. And now we have to like get off this train and immediately start competing against each other. And I was just like, oh, this is horrible, stressful. Does anyone else find this show kind of stressful? Is it just me? It's very stressful. Okay. So the goal is to get them to Prague because this is the European Amazing Race. So, wow. I mean, from Amsterdam to Prague, pretty good. I mean, I would just be there for the trip itself. All right. But I probably would have been worse than Enzo. Enzo and his brother were in another country driving around in that first episode. They weren't even on the map. I don't even think they're on the same continent. They were so far gone. And then his brother's like, oh, I dropped the map. I'm like, oh my God. And then Kat, she forgot to give the little part of the costume back from carrying cheese. I was like, hell no. And people had to eat herring. My mom loves herring. But that was the biggest herring I've ever seen. My mom eats it on crackers at holidays. And I'm like, they act like it's fancy. And it's like, I can't wait to eat herring. I'm like, ew. No offense, but yuck. Yuck. Okay, there's a chat BCC here for this one too. This chat BCC is just blowing up. Right, Mary? I'd be useless too. Because if it would be me and Hype My Husband Show, and Hype My Husband Show would have to do everything. Because I'd be like, I'm afraid of heights. I can't be on time. I can't read a map. And I don't want to drive, especially in another country. Okay? So, good Lord. So they're heading to Prague. They take the train. All right. They head to the train station, buy their tickets. They're feeling good about things. But then things go awry. All right. Hold on 1 second, you guys. The dogs they're dogging. I'm going to hit a quick commercial break. You can hear them. And we'll be right back. All right.
Chuck, I miss you so bad. Thank you. Chuck, I miss you so bad.
If you buy her one margarita, she will spread her legs. Give me one margarita, I'ma open my lid. Give me two margaritas, I'ma give you some head. Give me three margaritas, I'ma put it in my foot. Give me four margaritas, I'ma put
had to play that in honor of Angela. Okay. And Angela leaving episode 2. Angela and Lexi just gone. And I'm like, what? Couldn't it be Jag? Oh my God. I don't know. Okay. Keep going, Joleen. All right. So, so trouble arises when it comes to the trains. And then the first 8 teams got off at the wrong stop. So now they got to take a detour. 5 of the teams get on a different train, which gets them to Prague. Meanwhile, Natalie and Stephanie, Joseph and Adam, Jag and his brother, okay, buy new tickets, which get them right to Prague. And they arrive pretty early. Then Kyland and Taylor, Angela, Lexi, Kat, and Alex from the second group that left at first, they're waiting for their train, which has now been canceled. So then they get a new train, which gets them to Prague at like 10:30 or something. Just like Megan and Matt Turner. All right. So it takes a while, but they all finally get to Prague. And then they get to a clue box, which is a roadblock. And I'm like, what the is a roadblock? All right. For this challenge, they have to walk onto a plank up to the air to retrieve the next clue, which is very much like the challenge and very terrifying. And this thing is over a graveyard. So they have to climb on a building a very tall building that has babies crawling on it. Who designed the crawling babies building? That's what I want to know. What sicko has that? Where is this building? I think I might have a picture of it here, where there's just babies crawling. Why are the babies on the building? And why aren't the babies adhering to gravity? What is going on with the babies? That's not safe for the babies. Even the fake babies. It was a very weird building. And what's his face? The host guy, no disrespect to him, he seems actually very lovely. He was like, this is a very famous baby climber building. And I'm like, why are the babies trying to end their lives? Why would the babies climb that way? What kind of babies are these? These are like X-Men mutant babies or something. What do you do? Oh my goodness, sir. Dave dog, come here, baby. The dogs are, they're wild right now. They're just trying to chew everything. Come here, sir. Come here. Come on. Yes. We did a nice WALK. I thought you'd be tired, and you are not, sir. So the baby building really freaked me out. Here's Turner, Tucker, whatever. See, I just want to say Turner. Tucker up there like, yeah, I can do it. So they each decide like which one of them is going to do this heights thing. And I'm thinking, hell, I would be like Angela. She looked right at Lexi and she's like, you do it. Your turn. And I think Jag's brother did it too. And of course, Jag and his brother, it's almost not fair. Why are they so good at this stuff? What does Jag eat? I know he drinks a lot of milk. Okay. This is the first season I've ever seen. I don't know what's happening. Okay. I have no idea. Angela says, oh wait, this is the first I've tried in the past to watch like an episode when Janelle was on it and Brittany was on it. Rachel's on it. Franzel was on it. And I just couldn't. I couldn't at all. And so now I'm trying because it's all Big Brother people, Okay, hold on. David Dogged, come here, baby. You can't chew your dad's shorts. You're cuckoo. Your dad's cuckoo. Here, let me take that from you. Okay. Excuse me, guys. Trying to be a dog parent and a content creator at the same time. So, and they're like twins. The brothers are like twins. And they're like superheroes or something. So as, they're going up doing this baby climbing building thing, it just made me so worried. I hate all of these challenges. Then we have Chelsea's dad just killing it. He's like, yeah, I'm a firefighter. NBD. Chelsea said they haven't been able to have a real Christmas tree since 1996. That's okay, girl. I got a pink tree, a black tree, like just a fake tree is awesome. whatever, but there is nothing like a real tree. But look at this, you guys. Look at this is Kyland. Kyland was walking like damn Michael Myers on that thing. He was like, he was very stiff. But again, I wouldn't have been able to even do it. Okay. And then, you know, you have certain teams like Jag and Tucker and stuff, or Jag and Jag's team, Tucker's team finishing quite early. And then you get the stragglers, the later teams, the Turners and Angelas. And Turner was freaking out. He was like, I'm going to cry. Kat Dunn, she cries a lot, but she doesn't cry at this. She was a damn Spider Woman on this thing. And Turner's like, I don't think I can do this, Megan. Megan, you got to talk to me, Megan. And Megan's like, you can do it. She is so, talk about opposites attract. Turner's wife is so chill, and he's so not. Matt Turner is like, not chill. And she's like, it's okay. It's fine. You got it, baby. He's like, I don't want to do this. And I was like, I would cry, sir. Feel free to cry. Lexi got really nervous, Angela's daughter, but I thought hers was my favorite because she really didn't think she could do it. And then Angela, oh my God, you guys, Angela watching her daughter was like, I was like, Angela, that was hilarious. She's like, Mom, look. She's like, no, like Angela's preparing for a bomb to go off as Lexi's doing this. And the fact that Lexi was able to get over her fear, and because your legs are shaking, it's 250 or so feet above the ground. You're above a cemetery. And Angela's like, she's like, Mom, look. She's like, I don't think I can. Angela's just bracing for Lexi's impact at this point. Look at Angela. Look at Angela. You guys.
It's inappropriate.
This is what makes me sad that we're losing Angela this early. Oh my God. I'm so sad about that. We need more Angela. But Lexi did the damn thing. Angela's hiding out. You know, she's like, if you're going to go, I'm not looking. I'll see you in heaven. Like Angela was not. But I'm telling you, that heights, that shit scares me. That scares me so much. So it was really good to see. Finally, Angela turned around when, you know, Lexi was like, Mom, look, you got to look. I'm doing it. And she's like, I'm so proud of you, baby. I'm so proud of you. So here's where she finally turns around as Lexi's gotten the clue and she's headed back, feeling good. Angela's like, yee. But it was so this was a cute moment, and I'm glad that they have this moment. But I mean, look at this. Look at how high up she is. I don't understand why every show like this has to have heights and eating gross stuff. I hate all of those things. All right. But yeah, she was so scared for her baby. I think so too, Tina. There should be a battle back into the race. But unfortunately, there's not. Rubina and her sister, Rubina kills it on that thing too. She did the damn thing. Tucker and Rubina both, you know, I know they're not together anymore, but both little, you know, what is it? What's the word I'm looking for, you guys? Perimenopause, brain fog, thrill seekers. You know, they're just like, yeah. And her sister Christine's like, you can do it. You go right ahead. You go right ahead. You do that. And I'll be over here. That was like Kat's boyfriend. Kat's boyfriend seems really nice too. Why does everyone have to seem really nice? Whatever his name is, Kat's boy, Alex. She's just running across the thing. And he's like standing by the exit. Like, I'll see you at the bottom if you fall. I'll see you later. And then you have Izzy. I think Izzy's fiance. She did really well. I don't know if I have a picture of her doing that, but Paige, Izzy's fiance, did very well. And I love that Izzy still hates Jag. Because I kind of do too. And not hate's a strong word, but I'm tired of seeing Jag. I'm tired of seeing this man. I've seen him enough. And now I have to see him times 2. And he's just too good. He's too good at stuff. I just don't want someone who's so good at stuff. I want medium good people. He's too good. You know? Sometimes there's a non-elimination round, Mary says, so they can stay. Oh, I want that to be the thing. Oh my God. Poor Chell would have to, that might make him leave me. No, I'm vibes. I can pick the music. I can, say what kind of food I'm hungry for. I can look up cool places to go to. I make sure we have matching t-shirts every vacation we take. But as far as like getting there, that all falls on Chell. Now I do travel without him, and then it falls on me. And then I'm like, oh, I miss Chell, So I'm more of the vibes. She should hate Jag. Jag just won Jag. It just reminds me of BB25 when it was like Jag won the veto, and then Jag won the veto, and then Jag won the veto, and then Jag won the veto. Oh, goodness. Adrenalists. Yes, that's what they are. I don't know if that's a made up word, Steven. It's a good one. Yeah, Izzy looks the same. Her hairstyle's the same. Her fiance Paige, she's adorable. So they're doing the damn thing. So everyone gets through this walking on the, this heights thing, which is crazy. But Turner was kind of my favorite too, because he would just kept looking back at his wife going, I want to cry. And I'm like, I want to cry too. And I'm not even doing it, Turner. I want to cry. He's like, I don't like this. Nobody likes this. If you like this, you're a sadist. Something's wrong with you if you like this. Okay. Something is wrong with people who are like, I love heights. I'll go on roller coasters and do certain things. But are there people out there who just look out or look down? When you're in like a building that has like a glass window and you're up high and you can look down, then I get that tummy drop and the back of my knees quiver. Are there people who look at that and aren't afraid? That's crazy to me. Adrenaline jump. That's crazy. I mean, some people think, oh, well, you do stand up, you talk in front of large crowds and you're able to do it. So that's one of people's biggest fears is like death, public speaking, heights. I think heights way scarier than talking in front of people. Way scarier. But that's just me. How do you not look down? Yes, and Taylor giving Jag the express pass is so annoying. Because just like I think Turner was saying, like, I get it. You don't want to give it to Turner. You don't want to give it to Chada because you're trying to build new relationships or something. Is that how the game works? I'm not really sure about the social aspect yet, even though I've seen them kind of help each other on some challenges. But very different social aspect than Big Brother because there's no like vote outs or anything. But why Jag? Why not pick any other group? Why not pull in like one of the old timers like Natalie or something? Who's not as connected to this group, because a lot of these racers are from the new school seasons. And then you have like Enzo, who's gone. And then Natalie is from like the season far, like that's been off the, the longest away from the current season, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, the beam was so narrow, you'd have to look down. I don't understand how that would make sense, why you would pick someone who is going to be a big opponent to you. Because Jazz and Jag weren't doing the greatest in, the first episode, and let them fail. So I did not understand the logic, and I don't really think they talked through the logics of that. It was just Taylor whispering to Kylan, and they're like, oh, okay. So then the first three teams arrive at the next clue, you guys, and it's a detour. Either do a challenge of searching what was it? Oh, there was the 48 glasses and deliver them somewhere in town. These glasses that Prague is known for, I think. Or this memory one where you have to remember the crests of 11 different villages. You have to go through this restaurant and look, and then find the name of the village associated with the crest, which is on the back of the chair. And then you have to you have to memorize them. And then a historian points to the crest, and you have to pronounce the names and the order and get it correct. And a lot of these people, these teams, it took them like 7-8 times. So when they had the choice, I don't really get what's a detour. Is there detours in every episode? Amazing Race people, let me know. Because I'm like, why do we have another detour? Why don't we just have challenge, challenge, challenge? And then you hit a detour if you're like, I don't know, like just randomly people would hit detours. What's the point of the detour? Do you just always get detours? I have questions, all right? So when they were picking this, I was like, oh, pick the handle with care, the glass one. That's clearly going to be far easier than this memorization one. This memorization one I thought was really hard. I feel like if I had to do something like this, I would get sent home on this one. And they literally had to go into a restaurant full of people, ask them what was on the back of their chair, how to pronounce it, and then memorize it, and then run back to the historian guy who was so cute, holding a little pointer, and they all wanted to hug him. So he got lots of hugs like he's damn Barney or something. It was this little guy. It was a sword. Oh my God, he was pointing with a sword. That's dangerous. If he was a psycho, that would be dangerous. Luckily, he wasn't. He was just a nice, historic gentleman. But I know some historic gentlemen who are also psychos, allegedly. Okay. So, yes, there are detours. Like every episode, everyone does detours. Okay. There are also roadblocks. You can slow down another team. I want to see those. They have to do an extra challenge. Okay, so that's where maybe the social aspect comes in of like, I don't like this team. I don't have a relationship with this team, or this team's too good. So I'm going to give them a roadblock. Okay, guys, I'm learning. William says 8 out of 10, always a roadblock and a detour. Oh boy, it was a lot. And they're already so tired. This is way harder than Big Brother. I mean, Big Brother, obviously, emotionally and mentally harder for longer periods of time. But most of the time, they just like lay around and talk shit. And this is constant. Oh, my God. So as they're picking which one they're going to do, I felt really bad for Rubina and her sister because it took them like 37 times. And they had one wrong. I think it was Rubina who got colors mixed up, and it was like the 4th one in, and they kept going back into like, what's wrong? And finally they got it. But I will say, Rubina, her ability to stay cool under pressure. Wow. Vince, take notes. Okay. Vince from Big Brother.
I don't have any votes now.
The fact that Rubina and her sister kept going back and they stayed calm. Her sister's like, I just need silence for a minute. They didn't yell at anyone. They didn't swear at anyone. They didn't freak out. They didn't hide behind something. They didn't say, get away from me. They didn't yell at the historian and say, it's fucking right. Which would have been kind of funny if little Rubina just yelled at this poor gentleman and was like, it's fucking right. And he'd been like, what? So the fact that she could go back 62 times, basically, and stay cool, calm, and collected, and Vince couldn't do that, that says something. You know, great under pressure. Great. And they still beat Angela. Well, Angela, she was way behind. Turner and his wife and Angela and her daughter were behind most of they were neck and neck with each other, but they were like the last 2 teams. All right. So we did have some that picked what I thought was the correct detour, and that was the handle with care, where they had to go pick out these glasses, like not cups, but almost like wine glasses, goblets. And then they have to get the correct colors that they were asking for and then deliver them on foot, carrying them to 3 different restaurants. And the people that did this were Jazz and Jag, Stephanie and Natalie, Joseph and Adam. They started off working with Jag and Jazz, and then Jag and Jazz were like, we're goodbye. Then they just got really far ahead. And is this going to be the whole season? I have to watch Jag and Jazz be in the lead? because I don't know if I signed up for that. I don't know if I did here. As long as I don't have to watch them drink milk, I think I'll be okay. That's all I ask. Please, God, I don't want to watch them drink milk. So they can't break the glasses, obviously. They have to get the glasses to these restaurants. They have to find the restaurants. They're stopping people on the street. They stopped this nice woman. They just grabbed her phone. Like, give me your phone. No, they were very polite about it. And they're like, can you help us? And then all of a sudden, someone's searching on my phone. I'd be like, no. The people of Prague and the Europeans were so kind to them. Because can you imagine them in America asking us? You'd be like, get the fuck away from me. No way. But look at how helpful this woman is to go, yes, use my phone. Yes, look it up. And at first I thought, is that cheating? Cheating? Okay. Okay. Yeah, Vince is still back in Amsterdam. She would be back in Amsterdam bawling his eyes out. Apparently, Naomi, you can use other people's phones. You can ask them. Mm-hmm. Yes, Angela says, handle with care was so much easier unless you're Hannah and Simone Chada. They killed it. They really did kill it. Even their pronunciation, as they were asking, I was like, oh my God, smarty smarts. Then Angela's pronunciation. In the chair memory one, Angela's like, Baryshnikov. And they're like, what? No, that's why did Angela go so aggressively in the pronunciation? It was like, buongiorno. And Angela goes, Baryshnikov. And the people in the restaurant were like, and then Lexi did it. And they were like, yes, that's so good. And Angela's high-fiving people. Boris Yeltsin. And you're like, what? Why is she saying Boris Yeltsin? What is he doing? She's pronouncing. Some people were doing it so, it's just like, oh, like it was their native language. And then Angela's just like, Gorbachev. And you're like, Angela, I'm going to miss her so much. That was entertaining. Seeing Angela speaking with the locals, trying to pronounce the words and screaming it back at them incorrectly, and then high-fiving them. And then Lexi getting it right, and Lexi doing a little twerk. Baryshnikov. And you're like, what is Angela doing? That was one of my favorite moments. Okay. But back to the glasses and having to stack these glasses. And I think Taylor and Kylan, they also selected the glasses one, which was so much easier. Like ridiculously easier to just go get 3 yellow, 2 purple, 2 blue, 1 orange, and then deliver it. And then they get their little card stamped and they're on their way. Instead, a lot of the, most, I think, of the other racers chose this, the chair one where they had to memorize and then talk to the historian and pronounce everything. And then they didn't even tell you what you got wrong. So you just sit there and look at these words they have to pronounce. Okay. And this is Rubina and her sister. And number 4 was the one that really got them, because Rubina was looking at the wrong design. And so they just kept going back, and they're like, the 70th time, the 78th time, the 89th time. And finally it sunk in, but they never gave up and they never crybabied like Vince. Lady Jane, thank you so much for the super chat. Says BB better to watch. It's like a horse race. You pick someone at the beginning, you cheer for your favorite, and sometimes live and a bit later you get a winner. Is that Big Brother you're talking about is better to watch because it's like a horse race, or this is like a horse race? This is a lot. I have to remember a lot of things as I'm watching this show. And I feel like, thank you so much, Lady Jane. Hopefully I didn't destroy your comment there. All right. So I thought I had a picture of the glasses one, but I mean, you guys watched it. You probably saw it. But yeah, when Angela's high-fiving and Lexi's twerking, I'm like, we can't lose them. They're too good entertainment. Get rid of some of the other sleeper cells, But no. Here we are. Okay, maybe I don't. what is this? Yeah, here's one of them. This is one from the chair one. I think I mostly took screenshots of the chair one because it just scared me. Every time someone picked the chair one, I'm like, don't pick the chair. Oh, BB is, yes. BB is like the racehorse. That makes more sense. Yes. Kat did cry a lot during this episode. And she cried last episode, I think, too. But then she just badassed it when she went to walk in the plank. So I don't know. But yeah, she's like, I get it, girl. I get it. I'd be crying on this show too, I think. I really do think I'd be crying on this show. I'd be like, I don't know which way is north, south, east, or west. Never eat soggy weenies. Fuck. I don't know. All right. So the last 4 teams to arrive at the plank, which, Kylan, Taylor, Kat, her boyfriend, Matt. So the people that do it are Kylan, Kat, Matt Turner, and Lexi. And like I said, Matt and Lexi were struggling, but everybody did it. Nobody chickened out. And usually when you watch these shows, I watched The Challenge for a long time, you'll get people that chicken out. Now I don't think you do so much because that it has become like their jobs and that's all they do. But then they have to decide, the next 5 teams all decide to do the crest option, which we talked about. They're struggling, but eventually they get through it. And then Taylor and Kylan get to the detour and they take on the delivery option, the glasses option. And they were the only ones at it at this time because the people who had done it before were already done. But I think I'm honestly most surprised at how coupley these two are. They're very coupley. And I know they say they have communication issues, but I'm thinking you guys should just date. Because you're like, come on, babe. Good job, babe. Yeah, babe. You're babing. And if you're babing someone that much, you should probably just date. And then they would kiss when they got it right. So, and apparently, I think Taylor was saying on a live before that she had pitched herself with Kylan and they didn't want her to play with Kylan. I think that's what she said. And I'm thinking, why didn't they want her to play with Kylan? And then finally they were like, you can play if you play with Kylan, or you can play and play with Kylan. But before they didn't want her to. So, I don't know. It's a lot to keep up with. I feel like covering Big Brother is a lot more because it's every day something's happening. But this show, I feel like, what the fuck? I couldn't even barely take notes because I'm like, they're doing too many challenges. It's too many. But, okay. So, all right. Okay, so they do that. Then, so they pick between, the chair and the glasses. Stay focused, Joleen. All right. Then they have, is there another thing? I can't remember if there's another thing. Somehow, though, Tucker and his brother went to the castle, went to the end. And Phil, the host, was like, you missed a detour or a roadblock or a pit stop or your pits. Something happened. So they had to go back. Yeah, they had to go back. They forgot to do the chair memorization. And they were in 4th place when they came in there like, what's up, Phil? And Phil's like, you got to go back. And they're like, oh, shit. So they went back, did the crest chair memorization challenge, finished it with time to get ice cream on the way back to the castle, and still remained in 4th place. Like, what in the, what was flying around here? I was like, what is going on with these Tucker brothers? How did they do that? Well done. Well done, Tucker brothers. Well done, military Tucker and non-military Tucker. That's crazy. No worry. It's probably the way I read it, Lady J. Never blame yourself. Always blame me. It feels so much better to blame somebody else. I do. Okay. Steven says, why can't their challenge be doing a Lady Gaga concert? That's a great question. So Tucker and his brother are they were like, and you're still 4th. I'm like, what? How did they were so happy and everyone was so sweaty. Did you notice that? A lot of sweat. No shade. I'm a sweaty Betty too, but very sweaty. And isn't it winter? I'm confused by the temperatures. I'm confused by the roadblocks. I'm confused by the challenges, I'm just overall confused. All right. Oh my goodness. So they're sent back. I feel like I missed one. Oh, wait. Was there a flower thing or was the flower thing last episode? That was last episode, right? I liked that one. Yeah, that was last episode. Yeah, that was last episode, Joleen. So did I get all the pit stops and things? I feel like I missed one. You guys, this is like keeping a schedule. It's crazy. So first place, Jazz and Jag, and they won a trip for two to Sri Lanka. And they got to do all this cool stuff. And then second place was Joseph and Adam. Third place was Natalie and Stephanie. Fourth place, Tucker and Eric. Still in fourth place, despite having to go back because they missed a little challenge. Fifth place was Hannah and Simone. Sixth place, Izzy and Paige. Seventh place, Jack and Chelsea and her dad. And then eighth place, Christine and Rubina. And then, let me see. Ninth place, Kylan and Taylor. 10th place, Kat and Alex. 11th place, Megan and Matt Turner. And then last place, Angela and Lexi. Oh, no. It was too much. Too much. Okay. So, yes, we have the crest, the something else, glasses, the high tower thing. It just seemed like more that I'm forgetting. Angela says, yes, every leg you win, you get a trip or cash. That would be, damn. And how much do you win for the final for this? Is this like $1 million show like Survivor? Yes, Tammy. When it went dark at the flower place, I was like, I get it, because Rubina's sister Christine was all excited because she's a florist. And she's like, oh, it's probably, they adhere to whatever the light restrictions are for the plants. But what bad luck to get the people that, had to go when it was dark. $1 million? And trips? Oh my gosh. Tammy, I feel like that's going to be me. Tammy says, I always like The Amazing Race, but I usually have to watch an episode twice, follow everything. It can be confusing, but I've watched it for years and I love that it's all Big Brother people, because at least I know who it is, who's playing. And for the most part, it's a lot of Big Brother people with a family member or a spouse or partner that has never been on TV, minus like Kylan and Taylor. Maybe that's why they didn't want. That's probably why they didn't want Kylan and Taylor. Because if you look at every other team, you guys, it's all people, one who's been on Big Brother and the other family member or partner has never been on TV before, like a show. So it's almost like you could say Kylan and Taylor have an advantage, both having been on Big Brother and Kylan having been on the challenge, Taylor having been on reindeer games, where you're playing with someone like, Natalie and Stephanie says, I've never been on a TV show before. And we're going up against all these winners and things. So that's interesting. Monica says, wait till they do a mega. What the hell's a mega leg? It will last 2 hours. Oh my God. Do they ever get to sleep in like hotels, or are they always sleeping in trains? Oh. Yep, she wouldn't do it without having Joseph or Kylan as a partner, so they gave in. That's interesting. Because it seems like it then doesn't fit the theme. Because everyone else is Big Brother with a partner who's never been on TV. That's interesting. Oh, they do go to hotels? Okay. All right, good to know. Interesting. I mean, I don't mind Taylor and Kylan being there at all. It just struck me now where I'm like, oh yeah, everyone else is new to television. And I think that's kind of interesting. And then you have 2 TV vets. Interesting. So, oh my God, it was just all of the competitions. So Chelsea and her dad are doing good. I don't know how old her dad is, but being a firefighter, like he's in great shape. They're pretty cute. Let me know in the chat, in the comment section, if you're watching on the replay crew. Hi, replay crew. Let me know who your favorite team is. I got to take a look and see who my favorite team is. Here. Well, my favorite team was Angela and Lexi. I was cheering for them. And now they're out. So, all right, let me pull my chart back up. I do like Rubina and her sister. I like Chada and her sister. I think they're so cute. But I feel like we lost a big portion of the entertainment when Angela left. Joseph and his brother are cutie patooties. I think Kat will bring entertainment. You know, she'll bring a little drama. Izzy and Paige. Izzy's fun. Izzy's fun because she's funny and she hates Jag. And I like that for her. So I hope she lasts a long time. Could she win? I don't know. And then actually Turner's, I kind of like watching him. Yeah. He's a little silly goose. Let's see what you guys are saying. But I really do like Rubina and her sister. Team Izzy. Yeah, Izzy's fun. She is fun. And she's like a little badass. Yeah, Angela leaving this early is diabolical. They should have saved her with a twist. Joseph and Adam, they're cute. There's really no bad partners. I would say the only one maybe Enzo. No offense to Enzo, but I'm Enzo'd out. I'm like, I'm done. I'm good on Enzo for like forever. But there's no real stinkers. I mean, kind of Jag. I'll be kind of Jag. I don't know if Turner's going to make it far either. I'm going with all the underdogs. Kathy, thank you for breaking down your favorite highlights. Kathy says, Joseph's brother on the high walk, Izzy and Paige getting coats of arms the first time, and Matt and Megan on the train alone, then meeting others. Lexi helping Angela up the stairs. Yeah, she was like, come on, Mom. She's like pulling her up the stairs. I would have to do some serious cardio to be able to be on the show. That is a lot of walking and running. Yeah, Chelsea and her dad are cute. I think they're a good little team as well. And you see where Chelsea gets her competitive edge from, you know? Your mama says Joseph and Adam are fine. Well, they're fine and they're in trouble with their dad right now, according to Joseph. So let's see. Naomi says, I'm liking Chelsea and her dad and Chad and her sister so far. Chad and her sister are so cute. They're just adorable. How can you not like Hannah Chada? Like, she's just one of my favorites. She's so smart. She's so fun. She's all the good stuff. So there's few stinkers. I feel like Tucker and his brother are going to continue to dominate. Jag's going to continue to dominate. I think Kylan and Taylor are doing very well. Joseph and Adam will continue doing well. Natalie and Stephanie. Natalie is a little badass, and she did seasons of the challenge as well. And then Izzy and Paige are holding their own for sure. You know, Christine and Ruby. I mean, everybody's kind of, but you do have the certain ones that are like going to be in the lead. I liked when Tucker got done after he had to come back, him and his brother, to the chair one, and Rubina was like, boo. She felt like she kind of booed him. Like, you're done already. Ugh. And some of the people help each other and some of the people don't. But when Turner looked to Kat as she was memorizing those crests and the names and everything in the restaurant, and he was like, do you have any clues? And Kat was like, I can't do this. I'm trying to memorize. I totally get that. As you're like literally trying to memorize something in another language, something you don't necessarily understand. And he's like, do you have any clues? I was like, what in the stoner is going on over here? Why are you asking her that? As you can clearly see, she's got to memorize how to pronounce it. She's got to memorize what it looks like. She's got to walk up the stairs to go deliver to the historian. And Turner's like, do you know, man, what this is? And she was just, Kat was not having it. So that, I was like, yeah, I think I enjoy Kat so far and her little boyfriend. I enjoy them. Hopefully they last. Yeah, there's not a lot of stinkers on this one. Just enough to make fun of it, but not where I'm like annoyed other than Jag. And it's only because he wins too much. I'm like, bro, evict him. Do they have evictions in The Amazing Race? Monica, thank you so much.
I am not buying
Wrong
it.
sound effect. Thank you. Look at Chelsea's live about her dad behind the scenes on this show. So funny. Turner cut off all of his hair now. He looks so different. Can't stand Jag. I like Turner's shorter hair. He's got like some green in it. I saw him on live tonight with Taylor, and it looked pretty cool. But yeah, he is kind of now calling him Matt, and with the hair, I don't think I can do it. I can't do all of that. Right? He does seem sweet, Jelly Scoot. Kat's boyfriend Alex seems really sweet. Like he really likes her, and apparently she was really mean to him when they first met. And then she's like, yeah, I was really mean to him when we first met. And then I called him like 2 years later to apologize. Dang, you took 2 years to call him?
It's inappropriate.
To say sorry? She's like, yeah, and then 2 years later, I just called him. I was like, hey, sorry for being a bitch. But he liked it. I think she is still with her boyfriend because I think that I've seen him at the parties. They had an Amazing Race party. I saw them online together. And then also the Big Brother finale party. They were together. So, yeah. Oh, they got to. So is there ever a double where two teams leave in the same episode? And how many episodes are there? Thank you guys for being my information when it comes to my first year watching This Amazing Race. Also, I really liked this lady's hair. She was cool. This is one of the ladies at the restaurant. If you chose the glass one, the handle with care, I was like, oh, she's got this gorgeous, cool hair. I really liked it. I liked the orangey red. It looked really good on her with some wavies. Those are things I was paying attention to as I was trying to pay attention to this craziness. I'm like, I can't. I remember this one, though. This one is Ash. They said it so many times, fish, Ash. So I remember that. This is the only one I can remember. And Porshnikov, like Angela said, or whatever. Oh, there are London. Okay. Okay, Tammy, yeah, you saw live 2 days ago. Yeah, with Taylor and Kylan and Kat and her boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Oh, like 12 or 13? Okay. As much as I'm stressed out from this show, and I don't like reading maps, gorgeous. I mean, Europe, ugh, beautiful. And I don't know what country they're going to next, but Prague, wow. Amsterdam, holy buckets. Those are 2 places in Europe I've never been. I've only been to a few places in Europe, but the scenery, beautiful. So for that, I like the show. But the time crunch and directions with a map. You guys, a map? I know back in my day, I mean, I was alive when we had to use maps. I remember them. I don't miss them. Holy shit, I just really don't. But I'm ready to see some people like fighting with each other. So far, everyone's pretty chill. You know, I feel like these two might have some squabbles because they said they have communication issues. So I'm sure there's complete breakdowns because this is high stress situations. Right? I need Apple Maps too, Jelly Scoot. You guys understand me. Mm-hmm. Tammy says, I think that's why I love Tar, visiting all the different countries and all the scenery. I'm a huge fan of sightseeing and traveling. I'll probably never get to Europe or any place that they go. Never say never, Tammy. Never say never. But yeah, I mean, the trip they take, how amazing. And hopefully the people that, Enzo and his brother and Angela and her daughter, hopefully they got to stick around and just do some like sightseeing after they were eliminated. Because I imagine on this show, you don't get to do a ton of that because unless they have days off here and there, I don't know how it works. But they should give them a little like paid week to just do a little sightseeing, Yeah, that aspect would be fun. Wondering what country you're going to go into next. Yeah, I'm going to need it's a little light on the drama and the mess. There were times where I actually laughed, which was nice. I didn't think it was going to be funny, but it is. But it was mostly with Angela. I was laughing. So Mary said the last season there was a husband who treated his wife horribly. Oh God, it was so sad to watch. Oh, I don't want to watch that. I watch enough shows where there's terrible men treating women badly. But if it happens, we'll just drag them. The Waze app. Oh, Monica, tell me about it. Waze did so much for like maps and stuff and electronic maps, I guess, that they even encourage Google Maps now. I remember when everyone was just using Waze. I lived in LA when Waze first was becoming like a big thing, because it would tell you where accidents were, and it was people updating it in real time. And then Google Maps finally caught on and started doing that. So I don't always have to use Waze anymore, but Waze used to be the only thing you could ever use if you really want to know the closest approximation to how long it's going to take you to get somewhere. So William says they'll mix up stuff sometimes, but the formula runs the same. Okay. All right. Oh no, this guy was horrible. The surfboard episode was so cringe. Oh, I'm glad I didn't watch that. Hopefully that lady divorces him. Kim says in the early 90s, MapQuest. Is MapQuest the one we used to print out the maps from there? Got me lost in Camden, New Jersey, looking for a concert venue. Oh no, I remember printing out directions. And that was like the height of, wow, it's amazing you can do that. You don't have to pull out an atlas or a map in your car. You could just say where you're going, put it in their website, and then print it out. And you're like, technology is amazing. And now it literally, everything is just in the palm of our hands. And if this crashes, we all die. We're all screwed, you know? Oh. She stayed with him and said he acted like that because he found out he was autistic. Like he found out he was autistic after the show? I don't know many autistic people who are assholes. I think that sounds like an excuse for just being an asshole. But, oh, well, there's still time to leave him, lady, if you need to. Angela says, wait until they have to drive themselves with a manual transmission. And that's another thing I can't do. I had an ex-boyfriend try to teach me in a Saturn how to drive a stick, and it didn't go well. I was like, I'm just going to go automatic the rest of my life. I don't plan to race cars, or I don't need a deal. I'm just going to go automatic. Yeah. I don't understand what all this is for. No, I can't be doing this. I could get carpal tunnel. You know, it's just put it in drive and go. All right. Brittany Haynes said they keep them in a location until the finale. I think she said she stayed in Greece her season until everyone. Oh, that's cool though. I would almost want to be kicked off then. Just do like, make a couple episodes and then, I suck. And then I'm just going to hang out in Greece, NBD, on CBS Paramount's dime. It sounds like that, Brianna. He was a narcissist and blaming it on autism. Don't blame autism for you being an asshole. Okay. That is an insult. That's true. I worked at a gas station in college, and many people would be like, do you know where this is? And I'm like, I don't know where anything is. I barely know where my house is, but thank you for asking. Go ahead on Pump 9. Like, I don't know. But yeah, you stop places and ask. And that's the interesting part of this show too, is you see a lot of these racers stopping and actually talking to people. And it seems like the country really embraces, at least Prague did. I mean, they were cheering them on as they're running down their streets, holding their goblets. They were like, yeah. So, I mean, obviously they know they're taping, they know they're filming, and maybe they think, oh, this is fun. This is a fun thing. Yeah, we'll have Angela back on, and in like a week or so, couple weeks, and give us the tea on behind the scenes of The Amazing Race and what goes on. So thank you, Lady Jane. I'm only here to listen to your quick intelligence and sense of humor. Thank you. What's so sweet of you to say? Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what? Your mama says, I just want to go back and watch the season. The lady got smacked in the head with a watermelon?
It's inappropriate.
First of all, who smacked her in the head with a watermelon? Because they must, you gotta like live, like watermelons are heavy. And did she have a concussion? Did she get CTE? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Right? You can't blame autism doesn't equal assholeness. Like that's just an asshole trying to put it on autism. Like that dude sucks even more now for saying that. Monica says, I have 2 sons that are autistic and they're both sweet. Of course they are. No, that he got his A words mixed up. He is just an asshole. Has nothing to do with autism. That's why when people try to use certain things, you know, like, oh, he's like that because he's neurodivergent. I'm like, no, he's just nasty. There's nothing to do with that. That's an insult to us. She smacked herself. What? How would that even happen? She was catapulting a watermelon and did it flip back and hit her in the face? Is this woman still alive? What is going on? Yes, Angela's daughter. I don't think this will be the last time Lexi's on TV. I found her to be really interesting and very entertaining for the brief time that we got her. You know, she said, and just so you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So hopefully they do something else. She did it to herself. This poor lady. And the watermelon. It was a makeshift. Why is that so funny? But it's so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys. All right, I'm gonna give this whole season a chance. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, and we'll see if you guys enjoy my recaps. Maybe we'll keep doing it. All right, but I will be asking questions because this is my first time. And it might be interesting to watch through a set of fresh eyes. I don't know. I think you're the only person I know who can put on a different color of lip gloss all the time and every color looks, oh, that's sweet of you to say. That is sweet of you to say. What's up with that? That's subjective, okay? But it's also my superpower. That and gaining weight. I can gain weight on a diet. I can just gain. I'm just really good at it, you know. So looking good in lip gloss and gaining weight are my skills. Thanks, Monica. Cami says my favorite season was when they were chasing wheels of Swiss cheese. What is this show? That's actually down a mountain chasing cheese. That sounds like something I can do. Not up a mountain chasing non-delicious dairy products, but I could run down a mountain after some delicious cheese. All right? So that sounds like something I can get down with. Why aren't they doing that here? I mean, they did have cheese in the first episode, but it wasn't that fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah, click the like and the thumbs up, you guys. Well, that'll do it for my first recap of The Amazing Race. You guys have been all wonderful, beautiful pumpkin spice babies. You all have been so patient and kind with me as I try to venture into my first season of The Amazing Race. I was literally looking up the episode name tonight, and it was something about like, this will give mom the willies, I think, because that's what Tucker said when he did the challenge on the beam on top of the baby climbing building. And I was thinking, how many, was there been like 10 seasons of The Amazing Race? I had no idea. There's been 38. This is the 38th season. What, did this show start during the Great Depression? Like, how has there been 30? Is this like Survivor and they just air like two? I mean, I guess it is pretty old because they had Stassi from Vanderpump Rules on this show back before her chin implant. And that was like, and she was a brunette with a weak chin. All right. So I guess it has been a long time. But I did not think 38 years. And you've watched every season. That's amazing. Okay, so you guys are so you guys will help me. I'll have lots of questions and you'll help me because I'm going to need it, you know. All right. Yeah. Smash the like, you guys. Leave a comment. Let me know who your favorite pairing is. All your thoughts, hopes, dreams, and opinions when it comes to this show. Share me with your friends. Hit that subscribe. I'll be back next week for another Amazing Race recap. But obviously, I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about more Big Brother stuff, the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So, you know, postseason and some Bravo things. So if you're not watching, I'm telling you, if you're not watching the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, watch it. So far, it's the best Housewives franchise out there right now. It's so ridiculous. Okay, we got to roast this shit because these ladies are Delulu and it's hilarious. So join me for all of the other things that I'll be recapping as well. But thank you guys so much. Shout out to all my super chatters today. Steven, you'll have to join me for a Real Housewives of Salt Lake City recap. Lady Jane and Monica, thank you so much, you guys. And like I always say, no matter where you are in the world, always remember to enjoy yourself because it's later than you think. Bye.
If you like what you see.